This is the action the big cat turned on when the cat flipped the switch. And he dug the switch action. Yeah, I'll take it. Having cooled a whole day working on the lighting problem, he stepped back.
So you gain awareness on your observations, and then you think to yourself, if you're observing something, what is my intent of observation? And through that you get your reaction, which creates your action in the whole, which creates creation, which goes back to the awareness of the creation and observing your creation. And then after observing your creation, you look at your intent of your creation. Once you understand your intent, you have your reaction. It's just, you do it all over again. And cosmic twisting, like super cyclone circles. They always, like in festivals like I do, they have sections where they do yoga and shit.
And what you want is something so you don't get cold, like lying on the street, and about this far away, and you want a bed where everyone can lie with their heads sort of together in a circle, and just lie down.
Have like a big pile of crystals. Like the 500-pound like amethyst and shit. Through collective manifestation, like, anything's possible, I truly believe. It's like, finding out you're born onto something, and then like some sort of like knowledge of like the patterns, like maybe like stuff at 5 different patterns, like in hundreds, to where like someone can have control. I write JavaScript and I like make tetragrammometer or tetragrammeters on like my phone, and I can like download them on like at my Android. But like they make sacred geometry patterns and like their settings and stuff. And I've always like wanted like lasers set up to that, and then there's a whole nother DJ that no one knows exists or can exist if he wants to, but has control over like the whole like circumference of the audience backstage and every single light in the building. But it's someone who's like, like, dude, you should like do one that's like do different shapes and different light patterns. Like if I'm imagining a triangle to where like the lights were running long ways, but like the lights were running long ways, but it looked like they were running this way. It just like created a whole bunch of hashes to where it's making tiny triangles crisscrossing. Oh, so the circle is a good foundation, and now just like meld your circle. Dude, having like a fucking whole like put these lights on everything. So like the whole. Have you ever been to a silent festival? Well, I went to a silent festival that was like dubstep, and EPROM was actually there, and Asphyxia, and like some pretty badass music, and everyone like they had some super tight security. It was only like a 100-person party, but everyone had a really fucking wireless, hella heady headphones, and like as you walked around, like your headphone would vibrate, signifying you're in a different area, and then signifying different music.
This completes your language instruction record in spoken hip. Now that you've studied this record, you should be able to work hip expressions into your everyday conversation. For only with practice will you gain the confidence and authority that's necessary to convince a real hipster that hip is your language.
Yeah, right, work 'em in.
Experiment with using the words like and man. Try this. Every time you'd ordinarily pause in speaking or say like. Remember, any declarative sentence can begin with the word like and end with the word man. I am going to the post office becomes hip by saying, like I'm going to the post office, man. Or, man, like I'm going to the post office. Or even, man, I'm going to the post office like. You dig? Then add dig and I'm hip. Like, man, dig, and I'm hip are the key to basic spoken hip. And the imaginative student might well be able to pass himself off as a hipster with only these 4 expressions.
Oh, true. Sad, 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 but true.
Unfortunately, we can assume no responsibility for the results obtained by putting the information contained on this record into practice.
Cop out.
Do you have anything to add, Mr. Romo?
No, that was very eloquently said. Baby, just tell him to play it cool. You know what I mean?
All right, as Geets Romo says, play it cool, and good luck.